This is Copilots, the podcast where I think we're being hacked.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be happening.
This doesn't look like a TV show.
I mean, no, and I don't think I've seen all those buttons on the dash lighting up before. Like, there's a lot, and I know there should be something if we push it should fix this, but I don't know which one. I don't know which one to choose. It's pretty fucking hard action.
Speaking of choosing, I think this TV show has choices in it.
What the fucking show has choices in it?
I don't know. I think I got somebody that could fix this. I gotta go check the first class.
Wait.
I'll be right back.
That is a pretty color. Ooh, that one's flashing.
Okay, I got this guy. His name's Hunter.
I mean, he looks kind of familiar.
Guys, that's your problem. This isn't a TV show. It's a game, which means your in-flight entertainment this week will be Minecraft Story Mode.
Wait, we're reviewing a game? Does it at least have episodes?
Yes.
Okay, that's what matters.
Okay, guys. I'm in a terrible new place. I don't know if I like it.
It's weird.
I just want to take this moment to say that this was a trip. This entire endeavor was a trip.
So,
yeah.
We're reviewing Minecraft Story Mode, a video game that's on Netflix?
I played it on my PlayStation, which was actually incredibly hard to find because now that Telltale's closed, nowhere sells it. I couldn't even buy it on like Steam or the Mojang website because they technically don't have the licensing. So I spent like $27 to buy this from GameStop, pre-owned.
Yeah, we played on Netflix because we weren't gonna buy this game.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry you spent $30 on this.
I mean, yeah, but he likes Minecraft in general and didn't know how horrible this was gonna be.
Yeah.
Until we did it. Fun fact, as I just said, this was horrible. At least to me. Maybe if you love Minecraft, I guess.
I love Minecraft, and I do not recommend it.
I mean, are you currently an 11-year-old boy who loves Minecraft?
That is true.
Opening notes. Before we start this, I have to say I hate myself. I hate myself for doing this. Why did I agree to play this game? Minecraft doesn't have a story. I don't even like Minecraft. Well, at least it's free on Netflix. That's my opening note, just so everybody is clear where I'm at.
I guess I guess we can just say that the stipulation was 1, it has episodes, and 2, you technically watched/played it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as you guys said, there apparently wasn't any quick time events for you.
No,
Yes.
It was just choices. And
So I'd like to break something down here real quick.
I guess we had time limits on our choices.
I mean,
Well, I did.
Yeah.
That's how every Telltale game.
Yeah.
So I would like to break something down real quick for everyone that's listening. Yes, this isn't a show. And if you notice, we just say we review the first 2 episodes of something. So it's all still kosher.
I think we said in a episode of In the Cockpit that nothing was off the table. Podcast, movies, shows, video games.
If you can call that.
As long as it has 2 episodes.
So, this game opens, game in quotations, with an introduction to both a female and male version of Jesse. I say female and male version not because that's what I would classify them as, although they are...
Can I pause you?
Yeah.
The title screen, I don't know if you guys technically got it, but it shows the giant monster in the background. My first note is, haven't even started the actual game. Monster thing, the big black monster ender thing, looks awesome.
We didn't get that.
Yeah, I got that because I had the game.
Yep. We get introduced to both the female and male version of Jesse, which is how the game labels them. Guy Jesse is a klutz, so I didn't choose him. Apparently, I chose wrong.
Guy Jesse is
definitely did.
voiced by Patton Oswalt, so that was the immediately choice.
Do we want to talk about how star-studded this game is now or later when I wrote 2 paragraphs about it?
I mean, we can get it out of the way now if you want.
Yeah. So,
this game is incredibly star-studded. Hold on, let me find the paragraph I wrote about this.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually didn't notice how star-studded this was when I played through it. I just continually wanted to hit myself in the head with a shovel the entire time I was watching this.
So
Playing this.
I watch more anime than I should and shit like that, and I love classic, even Western cartoons and everything.
Yeah, because you're a weeb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right from the get-go, when we're going through characters, I noticed quite a few people. First off, Patton Oswalt. We have Dave Fennoy, who a lot of you may not know, but he's also great. We have Ashley Johnson, Brian Posehn, and this opening narration, I was actually really stoked with this opening narration.
Yeah, it was really good.
Because the opening narration was really good, and also, it was narrated by Billy West.
Yes. Like,
one of the greatest fucking, like, cartoon voice actors I can think of.
He voices Fry in
He voices Fry in Futurama.
The narration here was the best. Like, it was the best part of the game.
Also, a thing that I learned, because I wanted to confirm that I was right, fucking D. Bradley Baker voices the damn pig.
A pig who only squealed.
Who does Brian Posehn play?
He's Axel.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I literally have them listed. Patton Oswalt voices male Jesse.
Yes.
Paul Rubens is in it.
Yes.
Pee Wee Herman voices Ivor.
Yes.
Ashley Johnson, the voice of Ellie from The Last of Us, voices Petra.
Sure.
Fucking D. Bradley Baker, the voice of Klaus from American Dad, and the voice of Perkins and Bubble Bass from SpongeBob, voices a goddamn pig.
Oh, yeah.
Martha Plimpton from Raising Hope and the Goonies voices Olivia.
Yeah.
Matt Mercer fucking voices just a side character.
Yeah. Fucking Yuri Lowenthal shows up in this. Yuri fucking Lowenthal.
Brian
Posehn.
Yeah, Posehn from New Girl and Big Bang Theory voices actor.
And
Axel.
his wonderful comedy career.
Yep. Scott Porter from Friday Night Lights voices Lucas. And then, like you said, the fucking narrator is Billy West. I just couldn't believe Pee Wee Herman was in this fucking game.
And also, because they're not mentioning her, female Jessie is played by Catherine Tabor, who is probably best known for voicing Padme in the Star Wars The Clone Wars series.
Yes.
I don't watch that.
I also
I've watched a bit,
this.
but not much.
This is in the second episode, so I'm skipping a little bit. But the voice of one of the main characters is literally the voice of Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
So the show is super star-studded.
Like, I have no clue how they got all of these people to be in this show.
Apparently, none of them read the script before they joined.
Yeah. I assume it's either that or they're like, oh, we all have children and or relatives who are like super love Minecraft, so we're gonna do this thing.
So, just to be clear, I chose the girl Jessie.
I chose Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt all the way.
I
I refer to him as Patton Oswalt.
I refer to him as Patton instead of Jesse in my notes as well.
Cool.
Just replay the game.
Anyways,
already the choices are different. How off the rails is this episode gonna fucking go?
The proper game starts with some opening narration from, like you said, Billy West, about how nothing is lost forever. Nothing lasts forever. My notes.
Yeah. Everything is legends and myths that spawn from truth that has been forgotten and changed.
Yet somehow, even after all this time, the legend of the Order of the Stone endures. I think that's a pun, though. Stone.
Yeah, and it literally says it is an unabridged fact. The story about the Order of the Stone is an unabridged fact.
Okay, I just want to point out, because I've played Minecraft and with my friends, and I've done the quote unquote story in actual Minecraft games.
Yeah.
Where you go fight the Ender Dragon.
Yes. This entire opening literally just describes why people start realms and servers. Oh, I want to play with my friends. That's all it describes. I literally have a realm with my friends right now.
Yeah.
I played Minecraft once, almost a decade ago. I didn't like it.
It's very different now.
I just played it in high school classes, junior high classes, when I didn't want to actually do stuff, and I just farmed things, and me and my friends repeatedly got hit by mods because instead of doing classwork in classes, I was perfectly fine with having to pay attention, and I just farmed a bunch of fucking material, so we had everything we needed, and we would get constantly banned for cheating.
So, the opening narration is a little bit confusing once they establish the Order of the Stone thing. It doesn't, it makes the Order of the Stone sound like it's a story and not like an actual organization. But the Order of the Stone is... the Order of the Stone is actually a group of heroes.
Yes, it literally says, only troubled lands need heroes. This one had some a long time ago.
I don't even know,
It says a long time ago, and they're all still fucking around in this game.
Yeah.
I took this game into the scope of, it's people playing on a server, but then they try so hard to make it seem like it's real life that it's weird.
I have to wonder if the narration we're getting about the Order of the Stone isn't about the Order of the Stone we see here when we start the game.
Yes, but it's the same model?
No, I think
the same character.
No, I think we're starting with the Order of the Stone that these people know, and perhaps this is the actual narration is referring to the Order of the Stone getting some type of rebirth throughout this entire fucking story.
Maybe.
Either way,
because Jesse and them basically fucking take over.
It's trash.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
but the Order of the Stone is made up of 4 people.
Gabriel, the warrior.
He was scary. That's his personality
He
traits.
is voiced by the dude who voices Lee in the Walking Dead Telltale games, who is actually a good voice actor.
Yeah, Gabriel should be voiced by Jay Fenoy.
Yeah.
Who also
Elagard.
voices Lucius Fox
We
in
also
the Batman
we
games.
then get Elagard, the Redstone engineer,
Who's voiced by the lady who voices Daphne.
Daphne. Yep.
and she sparked an era of innovation.
Yes. We have Magnus the Rogue.
Who channeled destructiveness for the good of all. Like, okay.
Also, he likes explosions. And finally, we have Soren, the architect,
Not a vampire.
builder of worlds, and head of order.
And he's also not a bass player.
In jokes.
After this point, I stopped writing the Order of the Stone out and just write it as TOOTS, which is toots. So they're literally shit.
That doesn't even bring us to episode 2. Oh god,
The four heroes were friends, and they apparently sacrificed much, and they fought the Ender Dragon, and they beat it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's how they became legends.
I just want to point out, I have spent 2 hours of my life fighting the Ender Dragon with a fishing rod. It was hard, but also not impossible.
Did it take you and 3 other friends doing it?
It was me and Brayton. Literally, me and Brayton did it.
Cool.
Nice.
It wasn't like...
Would you say it made you legends?
No. That's why, I was taking this entire game in the scope of, people playing in a server, and, they've already beaten the Ender Dragon before people, come in. A lot of people play with their friends, and they beat the Ender Dragon. They're like, all right, now we'll open it to the public after they've done all that. And, that's what I took
Does the
this...
Ender Dragon not respawn?
No, it does not.
Yeah, no, you beat it once and stuff.
I took it into, that scope, but no, it's not.
So then we're in a treehouse, and we're introduced to Jesse's friend Olivia. And Olivia asks us a very important question.
Super important question.
Would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized zombies or 10 zombie-sized chicken?
That's such an easy question.
Okay, what was your answer?
10 zombie-sized chickens.
Oh no, dude, 100 chicken-sized zombies.
That's what I chose to, baby.
Why?
It just seems more fun.
Dude.
Also, zombies are kind of rotting, so you can just step on them. It's pretty easy.
No, because, okay, there actually are zombie-sized chickens in Minecraft.
I know, I've done it.
They are incredibly fast. They are literally the most annoying enemy to fight.
Here's the thing I had to think about, not even in a Minecraft perspective, chickens the size of people, that's Blaziken.
Do you fucking want to fight 10 Blazikins?
Well, chickens aren't hostile in this game, so yes. They are not hostile.
You have to fight them, though. As soon as you hit them once, they become hostile, right?
No, not chickens. Chickens run away.
I know
My
nothing about
experience
Minecraft.
of attacking chickens or chicken-like creatures means they freak the fuck out and a flock of them appears, which means I am now dealing with more than 10.
The only...
He's talking about Kukuos.
Yes, from Legend of Zelda. The only mob in Minecraft that is not violent until you hit them is zombie pigmen.
Yep.
In the Nether. Which
Okay.
We'll get to the Nether later. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But yes, they asked that question. I answered 10 zombie-sized chickens because they won't even try to fight me. They'll try to run away.
Hey, quick question. How did she respond to that?
She was upset.
Okay, she was upset at me, too.
She was like, nah.
It's our choice.
It's almost like our choices don't matter.
Weird. So apparently she's there to install some light sensors on lamps in my house because I'm a fucking idiot and can't do that myself.
See, but
It's a treehouse.
to me, though, it sounded like they all lived together. But
Yeah, vaguely.
I mean, maybe.
We also learned that Jesse has a pet pig named Reuben, which...
I have noted that this is my favorite character multiple times because he doesn't speak.
He makes a very valid
And
point.
I actually unironically like the costume he puts on.
The costume was great. I know.
Yeah, the costume is dope.
I also have noted, at least at the start, it sounds like they're recording on really bad microphones.
Yes.
There was a couple crackles, and it really just sounds like they had them sent in lines.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past
Yeah.
this.
If this was made this year, they would have just sent in lines.
True. But I assume they would have actual microphones.
Probably.
Yeah.
The pet pig, Reuben, is Jesse, our main character's best friend.
Yeah. And we learned that apparently
And so is Olivia.
Olivia, Ruben, Jesse, and our other friend Axel, who we haven't met yet, are going to be heading to a building competition. And of course, I'm taking the pig because you take the pig everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to a convention. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Endercon?
Endercon.
Which just made me sad because right now while we're recording this, we should be at Gen Con.
Yeah.
But Gen Con got canceled because...
Now we're John Con.
Oh yeah, that's what we're calling this.
Or the Fallopian Golem mod meetup.
Because everybody here is a mod or a streamer named Fallopian Golem.
It's the second one. We are all the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm the Fallopian Golem.
And so then we suddenly hear a hissing sound, kind of like the sound creepers make.
Yeah.
And the door on the floor opens, and out pops a guy in a creeper mask, and he tries to scare us all.
It's Axel.
Yeah, and it was not convincing.
Turns
but
out he's our buddy.
Yeah.
Axel.
Of course, the other two freak out.
literally only an asshole this entire game.
I literally hate him.
Yeah.
I love Brian Posehn, but I hate this character.
Literally have noted Axel's voice actor has zero emotion. He's a great actor in everything he does. He's an hilarious man. He did not try.
Later we get introduced to a character who Axel does not like.
Yes.
And every time I could choose that character over Axel,
I did.
Yep,
Every time.
100%.
Every time. Because that character is actually a decent person.
Yep, so we can either choose to compliment Axel here or tell him that trying to scare us and pretending to be a creeper wasn't funny. Hey, guess what? Trying to pretend to be a living bomb is hella not funny, bro.
Which I don't know why they freaked out because it's the literal middle of the day and by now creepers would have
Also, creepers can't climb ladders.
They also cannot climb ladders.
These are all fair points. Still not funny, bro. He then says he brought fireworks and he brought an Ender Dragon costume.
Yeah. And for some reason, Olivia's like really fucking hung up on the fact that, are you sure you brought them? And
Yeah, like Axel's gonna forget them, which
asks multiple times.
Which we've not seen anything that would imply that yet. Or do we see we don't see anything that would imply that across these two episodes?
no, he literally doesn't fuck up anything.
Yeah.
He's just a dick.
In fact, when we get to choose to go with Olivia or Axel later, I assume we all chose to go with Olivia.
Yes.
Yeah. She's the one that fucks things up.
Yeah, and he actually does good stuff while we're gone.
Yeah,
Like-
he succeeds things.
So, as much as I hate him,
He gets shit done at least.
yep.
And the best thing about Axel is he brought an adorable Ender Dragon costume for Ruben.
Yes. They are very concerned, though, about taking Ruben because they think they'll be called losers. And I have noted this is teen drama. Like, you're going to a convention where you have a dope, dragon cosplayer. Why would you get called a loser?
Which is funny because immediately as soon as they get there, they get... Yep.
As soon as they get there, somebody walks by and calls them a loser.
Nice big losers.
I couldn't make this shit up.
So, look, I've only been to Gen Con in the past. I've never been to any other convention. But I honestly don't think if you showed up with your dog, who you were allowed to have there,
In cosplaying,
and your dog is in cosplay, legit fucking cool cosplay, I don't think anybody would be like, huh, what a loser, you brought your pet dog. Or, if you had a pig, a micro pig or something,
which are adorable.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be like, oh, you're a loser, you brought your pet with you. They'd be like, your pig is fucking cute, that cosplay is adorable.
Is that a pig?
Can I get a picture?
Is that a pig
please?
dressed as a pea?
Please?
As a bee?
That's Gen Con. I don't know. Maybe other conventions are full of dicks.
I don't want to go to those conventions.
Or maybe it's just because it's a building competition and it's not nerdy, though they make it out to be really nerdy. Because it's not a problem that Axel's wearing a creeper costume. That'll go over fine. It's the fact that they're bringing a pig.
I don't know. But yeah, so Axel here mentions that he's heard a rumor about the building competition.
That's while he's walking. First,
Oh, I just skipped a whole bunch of shit.
yeah, first we get the amazing line, which is the only thing more dangerous than putting a costume on a pig is trying to take it off.
Yes.
Literally, what the fuck is this line? Also,
That line is said when Olivia suggests that Jesse takes the costume off her.
Yes. And then we also get Patton Oswalt looking at a poster of Gabriel saying maybe he'll get famous for his sweet poster collection, which Ruben disagrees. Good Ruben. And I have noted, as of right now, Ruben was my favorite character.
Yeah.
You mean Catherine Tarbin, right? She's looking at the posters?
Yes.
Okay.
For
Cool.
you. And then the line, when we win the Intercom building competition, people will say, there goes Jesse and Ruben, winners of the Intercom building competition.
The writing in this game
is, I have no fucking clue.
So I want to tell a little story real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
In high school, I was part of our school's literature club. We wrote a student publication that we got published every year. But my junior and senior years, I functioned as an editor for the literature club. And there was a kid, I'm not going to name him, but he wrote this 80-plus page story.
That
was
I've read it.
That was essentially gun porn.
Jesus, I think I've heard about this.
And it was better written than this game.
And he felt the need to describe the gun and name the gun every time even said same gun was brought back into picture.
Yep, it was written better than this.
Yeah, this game has awful writing.
Yeah.
I also have noted that I like Ruben's Dragon Roar, and surprisingly, even though the voice lines are shitty, the animation's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animation is surprisingly good.
I also have noted that Olivia, but this is before Axel's actually fully being a dick. He was a dick for trying to scare us, but I have noted that Olivia was being a jerk because she literally shits on everything Jesse and Axel has to say.
Yeah.
And shits on the idea of Ruben coming every single time it comes up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And then here's where the juicy rumor comes up.
Yep, so Axel's like, I heard a rumor. And he actually actually I heard two rumors. But the first rumor is that Gabriel the warrior from Toots, is the guest of honor.
And that the winner of...
So, here I have my notes.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he a legend? Like,
Yeah, like
how is he not dead? Also, wasn't the intro telling us that all the legends are basically kind of fake? And if so...
Yeah, but this one is unabridged fact. The legend about the Order of the Stone is unabridged fact.
But that's bullshit.
Yeah, I know. It said it's unabridged fact. You must accept omnipotent narrator man as truth.
But it also sounds...
I'll listen to Billy West.
Exactly.
The opening also makes it sound like this happened forever ago, so I have no idea how these people are alive. But anyways, rumor 2 is that whoever wins the building competition gets to meet Gabriel. Yay! Meet a dude who's probably so old he has a beard that touches his feet.
Yes.
Except he's not that old because we meet him. But anyway...
Also learned that supposedly the winner of the building competition will get to meet Gabriel.
Yes.
Which is, I guess, good. I don't know, man.
Cool.
Fun fact, this group of misfits has never won, but they plan to this time.
Yeah, and then this is where we get a choice to like try and decide what we want to build, and I picked to choose to build something functional and fun, and I have quoted here, I feel like that's a no-brainer. Have the developers of this game ever played Minecraft?
Our option here is we're gonna build a firework thing a firework launcher that shoots fireworks.
Yes, because that's functional and fun.
And we can build something on top of it that either looks like a creeper or something that looks like a Enderman. And I don't play Minecraft, but I am familiar enough with the facts of Minecraft that creepers explode and fireworks explode.
Yeah.
And Endermen don't explode.
Yeah, but we were trying to pick what was scarier, and I picked Enderman because I think Endermen are a lot scarier.
See, I was just trying to make logical sense here.
That makes sense.
Well, I went with the Enderman because one, it is kind of scarier, but also to subvert the expectation. Because if I have a giant creeper, you're gonna expect explosions.
Fair.
A giant Enderman. What am I about to do?
As you'll learn, this choice doesn't matter. As like most of our choices.
I actually love that. This is the second time that we've all chosen different. The third time, and actually, this is fun. I was gonna say. Now I've chosen the odd option out twice, but you chose the odd option out with the zombies and the chickens.
Yep.
That's because you were more educated on the subject matter.
Yeah.
So anyways, Olivia's upset because I chose Axel's idea. I assume Axel was upset because you guys chose Olivia's idea.
Yeah, always.
Yep.
That's how this game. It's always Axel pitted against somebody else, and if you never choose Axel, he's a little piss baby.
I was hoping you would have just disappeared into the nether.
Also, important note, this is apparently the first time in all of the years they've been going to this convention
that they're trying to win.
That they've planned something in advance.
Yeah, normally they just get there and go, "Hi, oh my god, Dad."
So then we decide to collect some more building materials so we can build this shit that we're talking about building.
Yes.
And we get a montage.
A resource gathering montage and pointless fucking training for some reason.
Yeah, Jesse's working out with Ruben.
Yes, so I have noted here that these people do not seem like friends. They seem like the only people at their school that play Minecraft, and they're forced to interact.
Yeah.
Like, literally. That's all it seems like. And then this montage you guys are talking about, I had quick time events for this fucking montage.
Oh,
Did
God,
you?
No.
I had quick time events for this fucking montage.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. I still couldn't even imagine watching this montage. This montage was awful.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Like, the transition to it wasn't good, and it was so unnecessary.
Yeah, it's no point.
Why are they planning... Why are they getting all this stuff they need to build this thing one day before? Other than the fireworks.
I mean, obviously, right?
It doesn't make sense, man.
So the group reunites. They put their hands together. They jump, and we get a freeze frame.
Yeah.
I think somebody watched too many 80s movies and decided to make this game a bad 80s movie.
Yeah, kind of.
We've already talked about it. I have in all caps in my notes that the literal first thing that happens at the convention is that some rando calls them losers for having a pig. And then I put, what the actual fuck is this writing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So we're also introduced to a rival building team at this point.
Lucas and the Ocelots.
They have matching leather jackets, which automatically makes them cooler than us.
Yeah, no, and like, especially with like Lucas's hair, he looks like a greaser, and I'm down with it. It also reinforces this is an 80s movie.
I have noted this isn't hard because all they had to do is copy and paste their skins. if we go into the assumption that this isn't real life and this is a Minecraft server, all they had to do was make skin matches.
Oh, yeah.
So the Ocelots bully them, calling us the Order of the Losers and the Fell Squad.
And now we have to choose our...
But hold on. Before that, they try to rope Lucas into the bullying, and he's just like, guys.
Notably, he's nicer.
Yeah, he's just like, guys, we need to go do stuff.
We got stuff to build.
Focus. And, like, we know Lucas is the leader.
Okay, guys. Now we get to the registration desk, and we have to choose a team name.
Oh my god.
The options for team name are the following: Order of the Pig, the Nether Maniacs, or the Dead Enders. On a count of 3, say your name. 3, 2, 1. Dead Enders.
Maniacs.
So that's 2 of us for Dead Enders.
Literally, all of the names were cringy. I didn't care what I picked.
Oh, I chose Dead Enders because these fucks are going nowhere.
Yeah, that's where I was sitting.
No, I like the Order of the Pig. I was like, that's cringy because it's literally just the Order of the Stone. I guess they have a pig. But then as Axel points out, we never even made it to the Nether. Like, I don't give a fuck. It sounds cool. And then I'm not going to lie. I was like, Dead Enders, nah.
I picked it because I don't think these people have anywhere to go in life.
But also, as we'll find a theme in this game,
Hold on. Did Olivia and Alex actually like your decision in the name?
they were indifferent.
Axel, sorry. Oh, they actually liked the name. Like, they're like, yeah, that's a cool name. They're like super excited about it.
They were indifferent towards ours.
So I mean,
They like the cringe.
It doesn't matter in the story of the game, but it matters to me because we're cooler than you.
I guess so.
And
But no, like, the choice literally doesn't matter because it only comes up like twice.
Yeah.
They mention it once in episode 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the team, our team, the Dead Enders, or
Whatever. The team.
the team sees the Ocelots and they're building a rainbow beacon, which is like has stained glass and stuff. And I have no idea what a rainbow beacon is. Hunter, what's a rainbow beacon?
It just shoots pretty lights.
So a beacon is literally one of the hardest items to get in the game.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
you have to kill a wither
Okay.
to get a wither star. And then you use a wither star to build a beacon. A wither is like the boss after the ender dragon, but you have to build it yourself
Yeah.
to fight it.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
really hard.
And like it just destroys everything in its
Yes,
path.
it flies and shoots literal bombs to blow shit up. So I had in my notes, they have a nether star. They're already cooler than the Order of the Stone, which we find out that Petra got the nether star from somebody else. I mean, there's somebody out there cooler than the Order of the Stone that got another star.
I mean, but most things are cooler than Toots.
Yes.
But anyway, it's just gonna be a beacon that like shoots through stained glass that changes the colors. I don't actually know if that works in Minecraft. I've never done it. But it's cool.
It makes pretty colors. That's what it does.
I literally have noted it is cooler than what they are building.
Yes.
I actually have the opposite. I was like, Jesse is still confident that the creeper that shoots fireworks is cooler, and I agree. Creepers that blow up, like a giant creeper statue that like makes explosions, kind of cool.
Yes, but like I said, I have noted because a beacon is one of the literal hardest items to make in Minecraft.
To me, it was just like, pretty light.
No, I knew it was hard to build, so I was thinking along where Hunter is. But so then we go back to petty jabbing back and forth between.
In my notes, I have it listed as the Ocelots continue being shitbags.
Yes.
Yep.
I think this is actually probably one of the best lines because it required a tiny bit of thought from someone, and it's one of the Ocelots. I don't even fucking remember his name. They mention it.
Yeah.
He's the douchiest of them.
I have literally quoted. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Lucas's team catches the main character staring.
Yeah.
A man says, "Look, it's the Order of the Losers again." A random girl says, "Good one, Gil. Classic Gil, am I right?"
Yes. And then I have the part about Gil looking at them and goes, "Oh, Endercon doesn't allow outside food and drink."
Yep.
Referring to the pig because it's the most clever of the lines in this entire fucking show, and it's not even clever. Nope.
I also learned here that the building competition that they're in is actually a qualifying event for EnderCon, and not EnderCon itself.
Yes.
Which everything I had heard from our group of characters up to this point, I had been led to believe that this building competition
it looked very pathetic.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, this is the saddest convention ever.
Yeah, but no, it's just a qualifier, and then your build will get featured at EnderCon, which means they'll have to deconstruct it and then reconstruct it.
Yes.
Which just sucks, but I mean, I guess they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But then here we learn Petra comes in, and we learn that Petra got Lucas the Nether Star, and then
We learn she just goes and gets people things from
yeah,
her.
she's like a smuggler type thing.
And Axel's upset because Petra helped the other team.
And she's like, if you got money, I'll get you whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Lucas is like, man, if you guys are cool with Petra.
You cool with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at this point we can choose to either be like, yeah, but we're going to crush you, or we can be like, you know what? May the best team win. What'd you guys say?
I was nice because I like.
Yeah, I chose best team win.
100%. Lucas is a good dude.
I like Lucas.
His team is shitbags, but he's a good dude.
Lucas, I literally have in my notes because they're my two favorite characters. Lucas X Ruben.
Bestiality shit. Lucas banters a little bit after that. Like he's like shooting some shit with us.
Yeah, but like that's friendly
feels
stuff. They weren't
friendly,
dicks.
Yeah, it's super nice.
And then we used to have a handshake, and we get jealous, so we have to make our own.
Yeah, I literally put Patton should stop copying the Ocelots. Seems like a dick move.
Okay, so we get some choices here on handshakes. We can either call it the Warrior Whip or the Redstone Wrap. What'd you guys choose?
I honestly don't even remember what I picked.
Redstone wrap.
I got the
I
Warrior.
actually think there's 3 choices, and I don't think I picked either of
Nope,
those.
there's
I
only
might
2.
have called it the Warrior Whip.
I chose the Warrior Whip.
I don't remember though.
This was the most detailed my notes were. It was like, what's the choices? What did I choose? Why am I noting this? It doesn't matter.
They don't matter at all. Because I told you before we started recording, at least in like the Walking Dead Telltale game and the Wolf Among Us, our choices fucking matter.
Yes.
They have consequences on the world around us.
Even if they don't matter to the overall story, like
Yes.
someone actually reacts.
Like somebody will die, something will happen, right? People will remember as the game goes. All the choices in this game don't matter. The quick time events don't matter. Like they're tiny little snippets to get us to more useless choices.
Hey, you remember that dick of an ocelot you were talking about?
Yeah, Gil.
His name? No, not Gil. The other one.
Aiden?
Yeah, his name's
Yeah,
Aiden.
His name's Aiden.
Yep. So
Hey, voiced by Matthew Mercer.
Yes.
So the handshake that we try to do is a fucking mess. Probably because we've never tried to do a secret handshake before. And then it's time for the building to start.
Which is another montage.
But the
Yes.
crowds start gathering around us. They think our thing is really cool.
It's a better montage than the last one.
And then
Aiden's upset because we did well.
he breaks the lava retainer and spills
But
lava.
someone else's fucking build.
I have it pointed out that this motherfucker does it with one punch.
Yes.
He breaks a block of stone with one single punch. That is better than any pickaxe in Minecraft.
Oh, dude, he's taking potions all day, every day.
This motherfucker's just fucking roided up. He just back.
So yeah, and the lava starts spilling everywhere and catching everything on fire. Ruben gets caught on fire
Yeah, because he's still wearing the costume.
and he runs off. So we chase after him while Olivia and Axel stay behind to protect the build.
Yeah,
And-
I had to chose this to keep them behind.
And we will meet up at Endercon.
Yeah,
Yep.
because apparently the con is right after the qual.
Makes no fucking sense.
No, none at all.
So it's kind of like, excuse me for my Magic the Gathering nerd. It's kind of like how on a Friday night before a GP or a Magic Fest, back before the end of the world happened, there was last chance qualifiers where you could like play in tournaments to get entry into the.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's still weird. But not the same day, because Friday night, the PTQ was still Saturday.
No, you're 100% right. And that brings us to where we have to investigate out in the wild to find our pig, Ruben. I'm going to go ahead and skip all of this until we find Ruben, because I don't think the choices matter at all.
No, this was literally the game's... It tried to be scary.
Yeah.
It was not scary. Like, I searched some grass, a chicken jumped out. Was not scary.
I chose the smoke trail first because I was like...
I chose smoke and then tall grass, and I was done.
Yeah, exactly.
And then nothing... Like, I chose it in the opposite order, but the same shit happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
I did note the music was... The music was good. I like the music in this section.
The music has been alright so far, actually, because, fun fact, it just uses, essentially, music from Minecraft, which Minecraft actually has some decent music.
Yeah.
So...
It's not the greatest thing, but, like, it's not bad.
Then we find Ruben, but we also find some zombies. Then we run from some zombies.
Yeah, I have noted here that it was actually kind of fun, but the movement and camera angle was really fucking weird.
Was this QTEs for you?
Yes.
Yes.
I was him, yeah.
Oh, did you guys just...
Yeah, we have no QTs whatsoever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the movement here was, like, really fucking weird and kind of choppy, and how the camera angle was kind of weird.
So...
And then Ruben got a black eye because of one of the things I did.
Yeah, so we attempt to fight the zombies off with a wooden sword. The wooden sword, of course, breaks because it's shit.
And we're currently being attacked by, like, some zombies, some skeletons.
And then a giant spider drops down. And it starts approaching us, and we can choose to either tell Ruben to run or be like... we can tell him to run and say, I'll distract them, or we get to be like, Ruben, stay close. I'll protect you forever. And guess what? I chose to tell him to stay close, I'll protect him forever. I'll die for that pig.
Yeah, me too.
But
that pig is my best friend.
I told that pig to run because Jesse's a fucking idiot, and he's just going to get himself killed, like, immediately.
Get herself killed immediately?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Get them.
I figured Ruben's best chance was not with me.
So how does that work? Is it the same...
I mean, I don't know what happened to you guys.
So zombies start hitting the pig, hitting us, and then one of the zombies go poof, and another spider jumps off a cliff and comes running at us. Spider pins us down, and we kind of kick out, and the spider comes back at us, and then Petra shows up and like just pickaxes everything to death.
Yep.
Okay, so do you have Ruben with you up until this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all the way to Intercon?
Yeah.
Okay, Ruben runs off. Everything else is the same. I have to find Ruben at Intercon.
Oh, you find him.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I actually had a small little side quest from you guys because I actually have to
No,
find...
we still have to find Ruben.
At Intercon?
Yeah. I lost Ruben at Intercon.
Oh
I had to
yeah,
find
because
him again.
because the meat stall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
apparently
literally the same
They
thing.
fucking created that just so you guys had the same fucking turnout
Because
if you told them to run.
the game is like the game accused us of being irresponsible pet owners, and then like they try to make me buy my pig back, and I just threatened to do this.
I threatened to fucking kill him.
There was literally no negative repercussion. We just got to keep our sword and get our pig.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
But that's like
That's a later thing.
So-
but he just runs off and then it's literally the exact fucking
so
same.
Petra leads us into some tunnels to get away from all the monsters and shit, and then she's like, we talk about how awesome Petra's life is, and she's like,
because she went to the Nether.
and then Petra's like, you could come along,
I mean,
right?
Petra's by far the second best character in this game.
And like we could choose either what's in it for me or I'm all in. What do you guys
I
choose?
chose I'm all in.
I'm all in, baby.
Yeah,
I'm in
same.
my Jessie play like a badass.
Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm all in. Like, this is Ashley Johnson. She's a great voice actress.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I mean, she is by far at this point the most interesting fucking character.
yeah.
So-
Her, Lucas, and Ruben are my three favorite characters. Easy.
If they were the main
Like
character,
if it was just those three.
The game could be good.
so Petra offers to let us use her materials to craft a sword
A new sword.
Yes.
because ours broke, and then the game lets us choose between making a sword or a lever.
I made the lever.
The lever is an achievement on the PlayStation. So I don't know. I don't know how useful the lever comes later.
Yeah, I made it just so I could have it.
Do you still get a sword?
Yeah, she's just like, oh. And then she lets you make it again with new materials.
My God.
Wow.
So you don't even get the negative.
No. I just have a lever and a sword.
Oh, hold on. Did you use the lever to use on the chicken thing, or did you still have to use the slime block?
Try to use a slime block.
Oh my fucking God.
So I chose to build a sword because I was like, anything else would be rude to build here, right? Like,
Yeah, I just built a sword.
yeah.
I didn't know it was a trophy. I probably would have built the lever, but I just built the sword.
So then we come out of the mines where we were with Petra, and we see Intercon in the distance, and we can see fireworks going off.
Whoa.
Yeah, we skipped over where.
Yeah. She
Petros-
has a wither skull.
Yeah,
She's
and
gonna sell it to a guy for a diamond at Intercon.
Okay, I want to
I skipped
point
that
out,
shit.
for one, why do these characters make the Nether seem like a big deal? It's really not hard to get there. Two, wither skulls are one of the rarest drops in the game.
Yes.
From wither skeletons.
And she's gonna sell it for
For a
a
single diamond.
Yep,
Yes.
a diamond.
A single diamond. I do not understand. Like, this game tries so hard to be like I don't know what this game's trying to do. Is it, like, supposed to be more realistic, or is it supposed to be a Minecraft server? I have no clue.
So
I don't think it does either.
No.
after she shows us that wither skull, we leave the mine. We can see Intercon in the distance. We can see fireworks going off, which means our build won because we're the fucking best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
Ooh.
How shitty did your creeper look?
It looked like a giant creeper, like a giant Minecraft creeper.
Well,
The Enderman looked like shit.
It was 2D, right?
Yeah, it was like a wood board in front of the.
Yeah, it looks. Our Enderman looks so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
One, it's not even like proportioned correctly.
No, it's
'Cause-
so bad.
Because
I
I guess apparently
proportioned correctly. Like
I guess they didn't change the height of the fireworks stand depending on what image they put in front of it. So the Enderman is super fucking short and squat.
Oh
It's
fuck!
so bad.
And like the thing I'll even slightly hear about
The
terrifying about them is
creeper towers over. Like the creeper's head is here, and the fireworks start launching from down here.
yeah, that's what the Enderman's head is. But like Endermen are tall.
Way taller than a creeper.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it should be-
Endermen are 3 blocks high, while a creeper's 2 blocks high.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
Just to get this math, a block is 1 meter.
Awesome. So Petra congratulates us because we won, and Jesse then kind of bashes on Lucas and the Ocelots. And
Yep. Even though I didn't have a choice because I wouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
and then Petra's like, man, don't bash on Lucas. He's a good guy. If you have the chance to get to know him, you should.
Yeah, he's helped
And I'm
me on more than one occasion.
And I'm like,
before.
yeah, I wouldn't bash him either. And then I said, Petra's a hipster because she specifically says, I remember what Intercom was like before it was cool.
yeah.
Wait, she says that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I
she did.
didn't.
Yep. So then we're crossing a minecart bridge to get to Intercon. And suddenly there are creepers and zombies in front of us and creepers and zombies behind us. And we get to either fight off the horde of creepers and zombies or jump off the bridge.
I just jumped.
Same here. I wasn't gonna fight living fucking bombs.
Fucking obviously.
Also, you take no damage from water, which is why I don't understand why the title scroll was in this scene where it tried to be dramatic when they were jumping into water. Water breaks literally all fall damage.
Yeah.
I mean, the title scroll was kind of cool though.
Yeah,
it
It was
looked
really
neat.
well done.
There was also a couple humor tidbits where like they pushed the creeper away. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a quick math search because Endermen are 3 blocks tall and a block is 1 meter. It means Endermen are almost 10 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Actual Endermen. That means that Steve and creepers are 6.5 feet tall. That is fucking huge.
So we jump off the bridge as the creepers all blow it up. The music is really good here.
Yeah, the music is actually
Yes.
pretty good.
And then we walk into Intercon, just no problem. Like
Though
they made us hitting the water seem like it was gonna be a big deal, like we were gonna get swept away or something. And
But it
Nope.
wasn't. It just cuts to Endercon.
yep,
And then I don't remember exactly what Petra says, but Petra dunks on Jesse here, and I haven't noted that I like it. Don't remember what she said.
neither do I.
Yeah.
I know she talks about the deal she has to make, and then we immediately, I mean, like literally, we've been at this con for 2 seconds, run into Axel and Olivia.
Yes.
And now
Yeah.
we can, and because we know they won, we can either be like, "Hey, it's party time. We're here. We won," or be like, "Hey, I'm proud of you guys."
I think I said I'm proud.
I chose proud.
Yeah, same. Sorry, audience. We're all the same person. We told you we're all the Flopping Golem.
And then, like, Jesse claims, because they're looking at their build, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, he claims the Enderman is lifelike. I have noted, my dead grandmother could build better than that. The rainbow beacon is cooler.
Yes. So then we head off with Petra to make the deal, and the guy is not in the dark, creepy alley like the guy is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So she just leaves us in the alley by herself.
Yeah,
To
she
go
goes,
look around.
I'm gonna go find him. And, like,
Immediately after she leaves,
he's there.
Yeah.
a scary man appears, and he's
So of
like,
course she's like, "Who the fuck are you? You're not who I'm making a
Definitely
deal
not
with.
evil.
and I just choose to tell him I'm Jesse because the other option is
Who are you?
just to tell him, I don't know, my notes are bad here.
Who are you?"
Oh, I can choose to ask him our name. Ask him his name, yeah.
I think I told him. Because I
Yeah.
think even after you tell him, you ask.
Yeah.
I asked who he was.
Yeah, and then the guy is looking to meet, we find out the guy is looking to meet Petra. He's interested in the Wither Skull she showed us earlier, and his name is Ivor,
Yes.
or Pee Wee Herman.
And then, yeah. And then, so, like, there's just, like, a slight waiting period. And I have noted, super chill. He was actually really nice about waiting. Because I
Yeah.
told him to just wait a second. And I put, out of place for someone who is evil.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he kind of gets upset that Petra brought somebody along.
He gets, like, super rude for no reason.
He just starts bashing on like the company she keeps. I'm like, bro, I'm right
I'm
fucking
literally,
here.
I was nice to you. And then he goes, and then he was like, I won't deal with him for somebody who won't keep their cool. And I literally noted, I was nothing but cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Sounds like I'm cool with this if he is.
he's
eventually.
talking about canceling the whole trade, and we could be like, we're cool if he's cool, or we could be like, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
Either way, though, Petra like hands over the Nether Skull because, of course, she does.
I haven't noted, she's a professional smuggler. Why would she hand him the skull before getting the goods?
I don't know. She then
There's a
opens
chest in the background.
Yes.
She then opens the chest that's been in the alley the whole time.
That reveals a lapis.
I don't know anything about Minecraft, but I assume lapis is much less useful than diamond.
You use it to enchant, and it's a decoration item.
Yeah.
It's pretty,
Mm.
but I mean, you can't make tools out of it. So
So we were promised a diamand, and this is not a diamond.
We
so
got lapis lazuli instead. Baby.
we chase after him.
and this is like a chase scene where we try to find him, and then we find a lady who looks like him, and she gets really mad at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also see in the background here that Gabriel's doing a keynote speech at the con,
He shows up, people freak the fuck out. That's basically
and
it.
that his
Yeah.
speech is sold out. So
Yep, and then he walks up into like the convention hall.
surrounded by security. So
Yep, and then we see Lucas in the crowd, and we talk to him, and this is where I found out his name is spelled with a K and not a
Yes.
C.
yep, and we can either tell him his build was cool too, or that
And rub it in his face.
or be like, your friend hurt my pig, and I was like, your build was cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I complimented
But
him.
then Jesse's a dick. So
Mhm.
And then he was still nice and congratulated us on the win. And then Aiden, the guy who almost killed Ruben, tries to be an asshole again after he sees this in the crowd. And I put Jesse in his newfound manhood threatens him and pushes him out of the way.
Though,
Go for it, dude.
Mind you, we do tell Lucas about Ivor, and apparently
Oh, yeah.
Petra's already told him. It just kind of sets up like he knows.
Yeah.
and he's like, man,
Whoever fucking crossed Petra's a fucking idiot, basically.
Yeah, so then we spot the dude that looks like Ivor, except it's not a dude, it's a
the
chick.
girl.
And
Here's where we find out that the butcher stole Ruben.
yeah, a pig vendor kidnaps our pig and is trying to kill him. He says he found Ruben, but Ruben was with us the whole time, so
Oh yeah.
He's a dick. He
Um,
tries to make
um,
he tries to make us buy our own pig back.
And give him
Yeah.
our sword.
So did you guys have the whole extremely pointless conversation with Axel?
Yeah, we run into Axel and we ask him about the bearded man, and he's just like, I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
Oh, I don't remember that.
He's like, I hate chickens. I'm gonna just keep letting the chickens fall on this thing, and like that's what I'm gonna do.
He was just watching chickens fall.
Oh.
Somebody made a chicken torture machine.
Yeah, I don't think I talked to him though.
Yeah.
So I guess that's an option. I didn't talk to him.
I didn't even remember it was an option.
And then we can choose to offer the vendor our sword to get our pig back, or we can choose to threaten the vendor with our sword. The vendor's a dickbag and literally stole my pet pig.
Yeah.
I mean, my pig was missing, so that maybe didn't know it was my pet pig. I'm fucking chasing a bad guy. Also, this is the only important character. I threatened him with the sword.
Yeah, we definitely already covered this, and this has literally no negative repercussions.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
We get to keep our sword and literally use it throughout episode 2.
And we get our pig back.
Like, no negative repercussions.
So we get our pig back, and Ruben is upset we let him get grabbed at all. We see Olivia. We explain to her the situation. She joins us in. She joins in with us. The group all meets up, and then we see Ivor going into the main hall.
Yes.
And we try to follow him and get stopped by the usher.
I just said we get stopped by Usher. Burn me.
Oh gosh.
Would have been just as unexpected.
And no, I would have
probably
expected
as
it
bad.
if the voice actor was Usher. We
Yeah,
have enough
that's-
stars here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It would have been just as unexpected to actually see Usher in the game.
To be fair, Usher, and also we find out that Usher is scared of chickens.
Yeah,
Yep.
like literally, he's just talking. Nope, you can't go in, and a chicken jumps past his head. Like this game smacks you with just the. There's no foreshadowing at all. It literally tells you something and smacks you in the face with it.
Yes.
So then we can choose to inspect the chicken machine, which Axel was at earlier watching chickens get tortured. Or you look at the slime.
I went with the slime.
I went with the chicken machine, but
I went with the slime first.
obviously it forced me to go to get to the slime,
Yep.
and then come back to the chicken machine.
The lady at the stalls, the lady we upset for turning her around, thinking she was Ivor, and then we apologize. She gives us 2 slime balls.
We need 9.
Yeah, and we have enough people here to get 8. We have 4 people, so we get 8 slime balls. And conveniently, Lucas is in the distance, flipping.
He's nice enough to give us one.
Flipping, not throwing a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's flat because of Minecraft. The
Yeah.
models, but he's flipping it like a coin, and I was just like, oh my fucking god.
Yet when we throw it later, it's a ball again.
So we tell him we need a slime ball, and he's instantly and absolutely totally on board.
Yep.
We get a craft for a slime block. We use the slime block to trampoline ourselves into the chicken machine, break a
the
window,
glass.
Yep.
which causes Usher to freak out.
Okay, so in this sequence, did you like fall into the glass and hit it, or did you just like jump up and punch it?
Jump up and
Push.
Okay, see, I failed my quick time event, so I like landed into the glass and hit it and fell off.
What's a quick time event?
Exactly.
Cool.
I have noted that the chicken guy looked like Weird Al.
Yes.
I liked it, but I looked it up. He has a name, which is Sig, and his appearance was actually loosely based on Colonel Sanders.
Weird.
Very weird. He looks a lot more like Weird Al.
So we make it inside the building, and we track down Ivor.
Notice a door slightly open.
Yep.
Yeah.
And-
Obviously, the shady guy went in there.
And Lucas asks us how we plan to handle him when we catch up with him. And we can choose to either ask politely to get our payment or get payback. And I'm like,
Payback.
dude stole from us, man.
I don't even remember what I picked. I think I picked Payback.
And when we pick payback, Luca agrees that he deserves it. And we find ourselves down in a library in the basement, which looks a lot like the opening cutscene.
A lot like the opening cutscene.
Yes.
And then Petra finds a gold sword. And she's like, gonna keep this.
Yeah, and Axel's like all about wanting to steal stuff.
Also, I think at some point earlier, Petra mentioned how gold wasn't good for making weapons.
Yeah, also-
because it was
okay,
too soft and would just break.
Yes, I literally
And
have
she's
that.
just like, I'm gonna keep this golden sword.
Okay, Petra also talks about how she doesn't want to steal anything when Axel does. But she says she doesn't want to steal anything. Asks Jesse if he still has a sword. Patton says he threatened to butcher with it. Then she steals a golden sword after saying it isn't durable enough and it's too heavy.
Yeah, she's like, it's
Yeah.
too soft and too heavy
I'm gonna keep it.
and kind of flashy. Then she steals it, and we're like, but I thought you said it was too soft and heavy. And she's like, yeah, but it's flashy.
It's the weirdest thing ever. Like, the writing is so bad.
Then Axel finds a potion, and he's like, man, I want this potion. I don't know why I want it, but I want it. And you can either tell him that he can take it if he wants, or to leave it alone. What'd you guys do?
I chose not to take it.
I told him to leave it alone, but no matter what, he takes it anyway.
Cool, because I was like, hey, just take it if you want. Petra's taking shit she wants.
Yeah, that's
so.
exactly what I was like. Apparently, that's what we're doing now.
So after looking around, Ruben finds a switch that opens a hidden wall.
Did you guys replace the potion?
It auto did it.
Oh, it auto did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My mind auto did it. It's been a while since I've played.
Yeah.
So Ruben the pig finds a switch that opens a hidden wall. Turns out
It was
Ivor.
behind that potion that we replaced the other potion we stole with.
Yep. Turns out Ivor was trying to summon a wither. Apparently, which it's one of the worst monsters in all of Minecraft. I actually was aware of that fact.
He's trying to summon a wither. He
Yes.
had the typical thing and build up for a wither, but in the middle is a command block.
Yep.
Instead of the last piece of soul sand, which just further laments my theory that it's a server, because in regular Minecraft you cannot make command blocks. They can only be brought in with command codes.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, that'll come into play later. You look at it.
And Lucas again is like, oh, he's making a wither.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why would he be making a wither?
Here we learn that Ivor is an old villain of the Four Heroes, and then Ivor barges in and goes to open up his hidden room, which we just closed.
And hide.
And Olivia accidentally knocks a potion over, and that alerts Ivor that we're here. And he starts looking for us where the noise came from. We can either warn Olivia that Ivor's onto her, or we can stay quiet. I chose to warn her.
I chose to stay quiet because
I don't even remember.
So what does that do if you choose to stay quiet?
she knocks over a bottle and he goes to find her and he just grabs her and everyone steps out and he gets mad
Oh
that he
yeah.
was
See,
followed.
I stepped in because he went to go find her, and I stepped out in front of him.
Yeah, because I was like, Ivor's surprised to see us in the
And
lab.
Petra, I think, is the first one to step out, but I was just like, I kind of want Olivia to get in trouble and get
Yeah.
caught.
And
So-
then, but then he says, "You two, did you follow me here?" And I put, technically no, but we did. But did he really think they wouldn't look for him? It was only one diamond. That's such a small price to pay for a wither skull. He should have just paid it.
And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
Ivor summons an iron golem to attack us.
Yeah, which is just conveniently there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He conveniently has the iron blocks made. Why wouldn't he just had it pre-made?
So, I want to just say something. In the subtitles on the Netflix, the Iron Golem, when it roars, is labeled as the Wither. So, in my original take on the notes, I put the Wither, even though I was like, I don't think that's a Wither.
No, it's not.
I don't know Minecraft, but I don't think that's a Wither.
Yeah. So he makes the golem and people fucking run.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they ran. Iron golems are not that hard.
No, they're really fucking
Most enemies in Minecraft aren't that hard unless they're the bosses.
like, especially if you're Petra.
So,
She goes to the wither. She got a motherfucking wither skull.
we get out of
Let's
the...
run from her golem.
So we get out of the basement and we realize Lucas isn't with us, and so we can choose to either go rescue him on our own or ask Gabriel for help. And I was like, man, I gotta go save Lucas now.
Yeah, and I just had everybody else try to get Gabriel's attention.
Yep. So I ran back down to the lab, and then the other go try to get Gabriel. Lucas peeks out of a trunk and he talks to us, and I'm like, the golem looks around and is trying to find us, and we can either tell Lucas to sit tight or run for it. I was like, sit tight. The golem's
Yeah.
there, but
I
it doesn't
also
matter
told
because
sit tight.
it doesn't matter. He's just like,
I was gonna do that anyways.
The quote from this sequence is the funniest thing because he says, he whispers, "Lucas, can you hear me?" And then and then Lucas responds back, "Jesse, is that you whispering super loudly?"
Yeah. So after we tell him to sit tight, he gets impatient and we take a run for it. We come back upstairs. Everybody's trying to get Gabriel to help, but he doesn't believe us. Ivor comes up out of the basement and interrupts the Q&A.
Yes.
He's heading towards a lever on the wall, and we can choose to yell, "Somebody stop him," or "This can't be good."
I chose this can't be good because
I chose somebody stop him, but it doesn't matter because...
And somewhere in all of this is where I was telling you guys yesterday or the day before, like randomly the dude in the audience's arm spasmed out.
Oh,
That's where that came from.
so nobody stops him.
Yeah, Gabriel just lets him walk past him.
yeah, and
Even
Ivor's
though-
like telling Gabriel, "You're gonna need to tell them the truth about everything that happened." Blah blah blah. blah.
Okay. Also, I don't understand why they were down there. Like, if they would have just taken one or the other, both wither skulls off of the soul sand, he could have just made it. Like, they
Wouldn't
had
have
enough time to do it.
Yeah, and so nobody stops Ivor. Ivor summons the Wither. Wither be scary, yo.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. The design.
It just basically deletes things from existence.
Yep, because it has the command block, which makes it stronger.
And Gabriel tries to fight the Wither, and he gets his ass kicked.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
because he's an old man.
Ivor taunts Gabriel, and he's like,
Ivor says Gabriel can't beat it, but
only
he
I
can.
can. Yeah. And apparently Ivor's plan was just to be Mysterio from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yep.
oh, I was thinking he was just planning to be Syndrome.
Yeah, Mysterio from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, either one.
Same trope.
Yeah.
And then he goes to pull out the potion.
What we mean by that, just to explain for people who are less educated in the ways of good movies, the idea here is the villain creates a problem and then solves the problem, and then people think he's a hero.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
Capitalistic companies.
Unfortunately, all of Ivor's fail-safes suck because he's a cheap dick and couldn't pay Petra, so he probably couldn't pay for good material.
So, no, what happens is he pulls out the potion and goes to throw it. Like, he pulls out the potion, and in this moment, we could tell Axel the potion that he grabbed.
At first, he's just telling it to stop. He's like,
yeah.
the command block won't work. Legitimately, his initial plan was just to yell at it to stop, and it would do that, even though everyone else was yelling at it to stop.
Okay, at least in most of the movies, like in the movies we mentioned, they try not to let people see that they made the problem.
Yeah.
But he just blatantly does it. Like, at least in Spider-Man Homecoming and in The Incredibles, like, spoiler alert, they do it secretly.
Yeah, and then cover up their attempts to stop it.
After he throws this potion and it fails because Axel stole the actual potion.
Axel doesn't even throw the original one.
So then Gabriel asks for our help because unlike everyone else, we aren't running away like bitches.
And conveniently, whenever we finally throw the actual potion, it closes the command block.
Yeah.
And then the wither grows and consumes more shit and becomes a giant wither storm.
I actually really like the design of this.
Yes, it is
of this creature.
a great design.
And as we're escaping from the wither storm, we can choose to either follow Gabriel and help him with other people, or we can choose to help Lucas, who appears lost and confused.
Yep.
I bet you can't choose what any.
I would like to point out Ivor has just ran the fuck off now that this doesn't work.
Yep, and I bet you can't guess what any of us chose.
You got to choose to pick Gabriel or I don't even remember this choice.
Or help Lucas.
We chose to help Lucas. You chose to help Lucas too.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I don't even remember this choice. I'm not gonna lie.
I have at this point. I have this point in my notes. I'm gonna be like, I have at this point in my notes. I'm just gonna ship Jesse and Lucas. That's a thing. Gonna happen. That's
yeah,
mine.
You were playing the girl. Yeah.
Yep. So the group and Gabriel work together to escape the Wither. Jesse saves Petra from being beamed up by the Wither storm. Gabriel then leads them to his fort, which has an inner chamber made of obsidian, which he says should be safe.
Because in Minecraft, like obsidian is like can't blow it up.
Cool.
So like the Wither shouldn't be able to blow it up, but of course this is not just the Wither. I also have in my notes when people are getting sucked up and running, the dude is still bouncing on the slime block, and he just gets taken in that position. Yep. That was kind of funny.
So Gabriel tells them to go through the portal, but the portal isn't lit. So this is where the flint we grabbed at the very, very beginning, back when we were in the treehouse, comes in handy.
I would just like to point out that in all of this, it's just a consistent repeat of, oh, Jesse's getting picked up. Okay, someone save Jesse. Yes. Now Jesse has to save that person. And then just back and fucking forth repeatedly.
Yep. And because you guys didn't have the QuickTime events, the dodging mini game I had to play, like when he's running through the trees, so cool.
Yep. So then we get advice from Gabriel about getting to the heroes from Toots. And apparently Soren, the leader of Toots, has been missing for years, so who knows. Then Gabriel gives us an important amulet, which he says can help us locate the other Toots heroes.
And total stranger, take this amulet and guard it with your life. I believe in you. You build a really shitty Enderman statue that shoots fireworks, is what I put.
What else would you point out? This amulet is fucking massive.
Huge. It looks like a wheel, not an amulet.
Yes.
Yep. It looks like a wagon wheel. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, because of the fucking crystals on it, it looks more like you should put it on the fucking on a ship to fucking steer the giant ass fucking boat.
Huge.
So then everybody starts heading through the portal. People start getting grabbed by the Wither storm again, and right before everybody gets through the portal, Petra gets grabbed. So we can either choose to save Petra.
She chooses to stay and help
and try to fight it because she's a hero.
Yeah. So you have to save Petra or Gabriel.
And
I clearly chose Petra.
Same.
Yeah. Cool. So we all chose.
And then people blame Lucas for not trying to save anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he freezes.
Because he's terrified of a giant storm that destroys everything in its path.
So we get knocked through the portal with Lucas by a tentacle, and we end up in this weird lava-y place, which is the Nether.
Clearly.
And there is no Petra. Petra is gone, but I just fucking chose to save her, but apparently that doesn't fucking matter.
Yep. So then a tentacle comes through the portal too and destroys the portal from this side.
But not before Ivor comes through the portal.
Yep. And then Ivor tries to blame this all on us for stealing his stuff, even though
he made the fucking thing in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he cheated Petra out of her.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we just talked about how we need to get Petra, and Ivor says he saw her running in the opposite direction of the portal.
Yep.
So then we have a choice of if we believe Petra will make it or some shit. I'm just like, duh.
Yeah. And then Ivor drinks a potion and disappears.
An invisibility potion.
Yep, just as gas start to show up and chase us. Everybody hops in a cart.
Oh, I also punched Ivor in the choice where I got to punch him.
Oh, I didn't get that choice.
You guys didn't get that choice?
No.
We got the choice. I got the choice to either punch Ivor or leave him alone.
Oh.
We didn't get that choice.
That was pretty dope. I punched him.
Sad day.
I would have, yeah.
So, as we're running on this cart through the mine shafts,
which Olivia is orgasming all over because it's a giant redstone.
It's so cool. I want to point out none of these tracks have powered rails on them.
I noticed.
So like, there's literally no way they could pick up speed or move without powered rails.
They just threw some fucking redstone next to the.
Which is weird because they mention the fact that that it would have taken a lot of powered rails later, but there's no powered rails like
anywhere.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's the little things. It's the little things.
So, as we're running from the gas, the path kind of ends in front of us. So we have to hit the switch or plunge into a curtain made of lava. Hitting the switch sends us all in separate directions.
It's kind of cool.
On different cart paths in different directions. We eventually reunite with Ruben, kill a skeleton that was trying to attack him.
Fly off a track ramp, land back on it, and join with the others.
Before that, though, we're chased by multiple ghasts, which turns into a Zelda-like fireball sword fight where they shoot a fireball, you hit back.
And I actually had to do that, so...
Sorry again?
It actually wasn't bad. It was actually pretty fun.
I assume like some of the quick times were probably the most enjoyable part of this.
Yeah, the gas one was definitely the best.
Everybody gets reunited, and then the minecarts finally pull into a station.
I chose that my entire side trip was fine.
I thought the portal hub here was actually kind of a cool design.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse then goes through the portal first.
Yep, that same time. Yep.
And we end up out in the wilds with a small waterfall, and we have to fight like a zombie or something.
Ooh, I want to point out, they act like they traveled super far. They actually traveled incredibly far away from this nether thing, because every one block you travel in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld.
Yes.
So like they're probably they're leagues away from this fucking nether, which I have.
When
the
they
map
come
for.
out, they can see
Yes.
stuff in the distance.
In the distance. Yes, you know the map you see later.
Yeah.
I literally did the math for how far away they are.
It's impossible, is that what you're saying?
Because we don't know how many blocks they actually traveled in the nether.
You can figure it out.
It wouldn't have been as far as what we thought it was.
Oh.
Because they're only like 200 something blocks from Soren's base, I think.
Okay, well,
very nice.
We realized we need to build some shelter, and Axel suggests building like a ground hut made of dirt.
Something quick and easy.
And Olivia suggests building a tree house, and I'm like, Olivia?
Yeah, treehouse.
Treehouse, obviously.
So we get another building montage. I assume you had QTEs.
And Axel's being a little bitch the entire time.
I don't think I had QTs for this building montage,
Cool.
which was weird.
So after we finish building, Axel's like, hey guys, I have cookies for everyone. Everyone except Lucas.
He gives one to Axel and to Olivia
And
Ruben and Jesse.
And keeps one for himself.
Yes. I still gave one to Axel.
And then I chose to give my cookie to Lucas,
So
which
did I.
super pissed off Axel.
Yeah, Axel got really mad. I'm like, dude, it's my cookie. Like, fuck you.
And then Olivia asks Lucas whether he'd rather fight 10 chicken-sized zombies or 100 zombie-sized chickens.
And then Axel and Lucas get into an argument, and Lucas suggests that he should leave. And I'm like, it's still nighttime, so no, Lucas gets to stay.
Yeah. Oh, at this point, I literally have in my notes, underlined in bold and in red, why the fuck is this episode so long and boring?
Dude, this
Kill
episode
me,
was
please.
so fucking long.
We're almost to the end of this episode.
But also, I want to point out, there was literally no consequence for telling Lucas to stay. Literally none.
Yeah, no. It just pissed off Axel more, which is cool. Mm-hmm. So we all choose to tell Lucas to stay. Morning comes, and we go look around for the temple Gabriel mentioned.
And we find it.
And no. Lucas is the one that finds it. So fuck you, Axel. As we enter the temple,
even though in the dark you can see it in the background while they're in the treehouse.
Yep. So we're in the temple. There's a bunch of loud noises and some traps are triggered. Traps are keeping us pinned down, so we can either craft a bow or craft something, fishing pole.
Yeah, we have to put our materials together, and they literally just name off all the materials to make a bow and arrow.
Yes.
Yep. So I crafted a bow, shot the switch, turned off the traps, and then we find the archive of the temple, which is the exact same.
Fishing pole, bow, and arrow.
I made a bow.
Did you make a fishing pole?
I wanted to make all the fucking nonsense stuff.
Did the fishing pole work?
And then I made me make a bow and arrow.
Oh.
They literally.
So we find the archive of the temple, which is the same layout as Ivor's lab, which is the same layout as the opening credits monologue, and then we find the story of Toots, and instead of 4 heroes, the Toots story talks about 5 heroes.
Oh my god, it was so obvious. Ivor was one of them.
Wow. I want to point out here that the book on the enchanting table doesn't do what a book does in Minecraft when you walk up to an enchanting table, which is it lifts
open and
up,
flutter. And
it lifts up and spins.
Yeah.
And also I want to point out how their enchanting room is laid out, how the bookcases are around their thing. Mm-hmm. It is impossible for them to get the max amount of enchantments.
That's cool. In the temple, we follow some stairs up and find an altar that shows the locations of the other Toots members.
When the amulet is placed on a block and some levers are used.
Yep.
This is also where we see the world map, which a regular world map is a 3x3 grid, like a crafting table. Like if you were to look at the number keys on the right side of your like laptop or keyboard, that's a crafting table.
Yeah.
And so a normal map is just a crafting table, like 3x3. I could not imagine how long a 6x5 map would fucking take to build.
Oof, yeah. No.
So Lucas decides to stay at the Temple of the Toots because he wants to rebuild. He wants to try to rebuild it and make it defensible.
You forget something.
The
So they put the amulet in. But to do that first, you have to go through another one of the fucking hunt down, which is what thing? Investigate this thing, investigate that thing.
I honestly don't remember this. So
the levers?
Yeah.
I just walked up to it and went.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, boop.
No, but it did that stupid thing of, oh, you can click on this thing, this thing, this thing, or this thing.
that was not an issue.
Yeah, that was easy.
No, it was super easy. I'm just saying it's stupid. And
Yeah,
I hated it.
Spoiler alert, it was the first lever, the middle lever, and the last lever.
So then we can choose to either go find Magnus with Axel or find Ellegaard with Olivia.
Because it's only showing us 2 people on the map.
Guess who we all chose?
Literally, we all chose fucking
Ellegaard, because fuck you, Axel.
So not only fuck you, Axel, but like Ellegaard is the redstone engineer that created an era of innovation, and I feel like if we're gonna be or stopping a giant monster that's destroying everything,
I want brains over stupid explosives.
Yes.
Yep. And thankfully,
Axel staying behind.
as we leave Axel and Lucas to fortify the Toots Temple.
We can see the Wither Storm in the distance.
And when we decide to go see Edelgard, we can see, like you said, the Wither Storms in the distance. And episode 1, finally.
This episode was like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It was
almost 2 hours because of note taking. Like this was literally the worst.
It was fucking atrocious. Like I have 13 pages of notes for both episodes of this.
Which is closer to my 7 pages of notes I have for this first episode.
But mine are double spaced.
I have like 4.5.
For the first episode, I had 9 pages alone.
I have 4.5, but
so
a fun fact though, in the future episodes, I actually have a spot where I went, blah, 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 fuck taking notes, I fucking hate this fucking game.
This game is such a slog and barely a game.
The first episode was so bad. Like, none of the choices matter. My final thoughts on episode 1, which I think we forgot to say the name of, which is, I'm pretty sure it's just the Order of the Stone.
The Order of the Stone,
Yeah, the Order of the Stone. Episode 1, the Order of the Stone. I forgot to say that, but this game sucks, so it doesn't matter.
My final thoughts, I've written down cringe. So much cringe. You can definitely tell this game is made for children. There's so much stuff in this episode that makes me cringe as somebody that loves and plays Minecraft. I'm sure kids would just love it, though. Episode 1 also has a hugely different feel than the other Telltale games I've played. I feel like none of my choices mattered at all. They were small little row bumps just to get me to a final big choice that led to the choice between choosing Ellegaard or Magnus. And then I talked about why it's so star-studded in my notes, and that was pretty much it.
So for me, episode 1 thoughts go like this. Why is this so fucking long?
It's awful.
The game is a slog. It's not fun to play. It's boring. It's barely a video game. And the story is demeaningly stupid.
Like, I played this on my PlayStation, and I agree with the statement it's barely a video game. Because, in the other Telltale games, you walk around and you explore and you investigate. This, you just, you do nothing.
So, Joseph, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's the same thing we mentioned earlier. How can the cast be so good and the game so bad? I have to assume no one, absolutely no one, even took a look at this bland, boring script. It is by far, like Hunter said, the worst game from Telltale Games I have ever played. There's nothing about it that's enjoyable. Every attempt at humor is poor. Every attempt at story is poor.
Well, I have good news, guys. We have a second episode to get to, so here we go.
Yay. Episode 2.
Assembly required.
They missed a joke right on the head. We have to go find Ellegaard or Magnus. They could have just put some right in the front, and it would have sounded so much better.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So narration opens this episode 2. It's vaguely trying to justify Ivor summoning the Wither, and you can't. Ivor's a dick.
Yeah,
this game sucks. The story's bad.
Intro narration.
Yeah.
We then transition to Olivia and Jesse riding the minecart system heading towards Ellegaard.
She has a lady boner for Ellegaard.
Yes, in which Olivia mentions that she was like, wow, how could she lay all these tracks with all this redstone? I bet she had to fight off tons of zombie pigmen. Which I mentioned earlier, they don't turn hostile unless you hit them. So why would she have to fight zombie pigmen?
Oh, because she brought Magnus with her and he did everything, yeah.
But then they were just aggro on him, not her.
Yep, so a gas shows up, knocks us out of the cart. Olivia gets stuck. Olivia gets the cart back together while we fight the gas off with a bow.
This was
yeah,
like, I get the choice.
To choose the weapon, bow or sword, and it's like, bow.
So it turns out, guys, Eligard lives in a town called Redstonia.
What?
It was so bad.
So we find the portal to Redstonia. Yeah. We find a large city that actually seems cool, technologically advanced.
Mm-hmm. I like the music into this intro. This is where the title scroll comes in. Yeah. I actually really like the music.
I also have a note on that. Also, once again, can guess what? Olivia has another massive lady boner for the entire city of the place.
I want to point out though, while this title scroll is going on, their facial expressions do not change. Yep. They're looking at this like self-moving bridge and all these cool inventions, just going. And you can't see my face, but it's just a straight face. It's a plain straight face.
Yep. And then Eligard is making an announcement on a giant thing that overlooks the public, which makes her really easy to find.
Yeah, incredibly.
But she's like, I'm going into my giant temple thing to spend some time building my next invention, which is a command cube.
Concentration dome.
Yeah. Something. The think tank.
She needs to work on her next invention, which is going to be a command cube. Yay!
And while that's going on, apparently people are just going to be building stuff, I guess, in another competition again.
To try and be her
And the most impressive builder will be her protege.
Well, it's not a competition. Apparently this is like how it's always going on here. She's like, remember, whoever builds the most impressive invention...
Before I get out.
Yeah, so it's not really a competition. It's just like this thing that's always going on here.
Or they're constantly competing.
Yeah.
My favorite line from this was when she was going in and she goes, Calvin, throw the switch. In which, in my notes, I put, fuck yeah, Calvin, throw that fucking switch.
So then we get the ability to wander around town because we need to build a redstone repeater to get into her meditation dome.
Yes, because we talk to Calvin and we tell Calvin we really need to talk to him, in which we get the choice to give him the amulet to send to her, which I said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I was like, fuck that.
So, on a note though, like, I feel like it would have fit in their attempts at humor in this game, and I think I actually may have been entertaining if, when she said Calvin throw the switch, he just pulled the fucking switch off the block and threw it, and everything still happened.
Because, I mean, if he still activated it and then threw it, like...
Exactly. Like, I feel like it's something that already fixed with the dumb shit the game tries to do, but actually could have been slightly entertaining.
But then, like, Calvin, we missed the important part where as Calvin throws a switch, they try to run up the stairs and get booted off, and which nobody's even remotely confused about this fact. Yeah. But then Calvin takes the redstone repeater after he suspects us and, like, leaves with it.
So that's why we have to build our own redstone repeater.
Or steal it.
So we get to go to various places in the town, collect items from people to build a redstone repeater, which I collected all the items I needed. And then I clicked on the other area to see what was over there because I didn't know what I needed to build a redstone repeater because...
You've never played Minecraft. Honestly, I forget what I need to build a redstone repeater half the time. I don't...
And so the last area I clicked on was like, hey, you can cause this distraction to steal this redstone repeater from this other guy. And I was like...
Yeah, like, I felt kind of bad because this guy was kind of funny because, you know, he was a disco cowman.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you just, like, caused two builders to get into a fight. And then...
And you literally, before it lets you steal the repeater, you sit back and you see Jesse smile and laugh.
Yeah, he thinks it's like... I don't understand.
So... And also, once you start engaging with this area, you don't have the option to not steal the repeater.
Yep.
So...
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that because I didn't try to build it, but yeah.
So, yeah. Which means, despite the fact that I have all the stuff in my inventory to build a redstone repeater, I also stole it.
Yes,
so,
good job.
Anyways, we get the stairs opened up. We head up into Eligard's lab.
Yeah, we take down the iron doors and everything.
Mm-hmm. And Olivia apparently is always interested in meeting Eligard. Like you said, she has a huge lady boner for Eligard.
Oh, that's the majority of my notes. It just says lady boner when it happens.
And before we can tell Eligard anything, she starts giving us commands because she thinks we're her assistants.
Oh, I do have noted, though, that while we're going in, the door, that was the zipper, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I actually really liked how that worked. They had a basic water elevator with, like, the signpost in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, yeah, when she starts asking us to do things, because she thinks we're assistants, Olivia faints.
Yep.
Because all the blood from her head went to her lady boner.
Yeah, we also find out here that Ellegaard's failed to make a command cube 6,541 times. Which means she should probably just ask Ivor how it's done.
Yep, and we literally... Yeah, like, I literally have in my notes a fake quote I made. Yo, Ellegaard, don't make a command block. You know that bad guy, Ivor? He had one and made a monster that's ravaging the land. So she will not listen to us.
We finally get to tell her that we need her help about the Witherstorm. But she says she's too busy. Although she is surprised that we know what a command block is. I go ahead and agree to help her anyways, because maybe if she can figure out how to make a command block, she can figure out how to undo the Witherstorm.
But she just says that the order isn't together anymore and doesn't seem to give a fucking cares only about the command block.
Like, she doesn't care about anything we're doing. Also, spoiler, we're like already halfway through this fucking episode.
Yes.
This episode is so much shorter compared to the first one.
Anyways, we get a montage here where we do science stuff and make a command cube.
This montage?
Yep.
I failed one of the quick time events in this montage because I was eating a popsicle.
Yeah.
It was one of the levers that Jesse pulls. Ruben literally comes over and hits it with his head, and then gives me a scowl.
Nice.
Stupid as fuck.
Very, very nice.
So this command block works.
I mean, it starts to synthesize. It doesn't form, and then the Wither attacks.
Yes.
Yep.
Literally, instantly, the Wither attacks.
And we make it through the portal just in time to invade the Witherstorm from actually killing us.
In which I had a quick time event to go, like, they had to, like, go back over this, like...
The bridge.
Yeah, the
is
bridge.
being
Breaking
sucked
a
up
brick,
and
yeah,
come-
Yeah.
that was QTE.
And I had a quick time event there, and I made it, but I guarantee if you fail, you, like, go to fall and somebody catches you, because you can't fail anything in this fucking game.
Yep.
You know, people accuse Pokemon of being hand-holdy.
No.
So,
We go back to the temple.
Have you played Heart Gold, Soul Silver?
I'm actually super fucking happy they didn't make us go through the Nether again.
so
Oh my
Lucas
God,
has
me too.
successfully fortified the temple,
It kind of looks like shit.
and Petra has made it to the temple as well.
I put Ashley Johnson showed up.
Yep.
And Axel went and found Magnus while we were busy with the Wither and
Which
Ellegaard.
means he left Lucas literally all alone. What
Yeah.
a dick.
Also,
That's
we find
obviously
out-
why he went and did it,
Yeah.
right?
We also find out that Petra didn't see Gabriel escape,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
we
already
don't know
kind
what
of
the fuck-
obvious because we saw a light thing earlier.
Yep, so Magnus and Ellegaard pretty much hate each other, and they won't stop arguing. Also, hey, you guys know where Magnus is from?
Boomtown, baby.
Where Axel's apparently now the king.
Yep.
Because
he
of some
beat
weird story.
Magnus in a tournament, which if we would have went, we would have had to do the tournament.
So fucking
Do
happy
we?
didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do. I
Okay.
really don't care. I'm not gonna play again to try and
Yeah.
find
But
out.
Josh, you love tournament arcs.
I do. Not going to touch this one. Magnus and Ellegaard, like I said, pretty much hate each other.
Yep, she calls her the queen of the nerds.
Mhm.
Like, why are they using this as a derogatory term?
For people who play in this game who are probably nerds.
Don't worry, I noticed all the sexual tension between the two.
But we also learned that the
It's
temple is stripped pretty bare and that there's nothing really remaining here of their supplies.
Nope.
Although Soren apparently had a very powerful explosive in the past called a
Formidabomb.
Okay, yes, I have in my notes.
Yeah.
Soren had a super TNT, the Formidabomb, and I have in parentheses PogChamp emote.
Yeah, because and the best part is Magnus like literally calls it the F-bomb.
Yes, he literally
Yes,
says.
that is by far the best part.
Yes, he calls it the F-bomb, and he says we've never had to drop the F-bomb. In which my response is, it's super easy. I can do it right now. Fuck.
Fuck this game.
Yeah.
Fuck how long this game is. Fuck that I had to play it.
I'm so happy that we're over halfway through this episode
Yes.
already.
I mean, we're basically done, right? Like
Almost. Like,
so.
this episode is like, what, 30 minutes?
So we stick the
Yeah.
we stick the
amulet
amulet
back
back in. The,
And Soren shows up now because he's not in the Nether anymore.
Yeah, we figure out that if you're in the Inn or in the Nether, the little light on the amulet will not show up.
and also Ivor shows up on the map because Ivor is a member of Toots.
Yes, and
Yes.
he is also heading up to Soren's
Okay,
place.
I have the math here. I put, why didn't they just ride through the Nether? They said Storm was close. Their base was in the very center map of their 6x5
Yes.
block. A map in Minecraft is 128 blocks by 128 blocks. That means Soren is approximately 256 blocks away. Ivor was already halfway there. He's gonna be there by the time they get there. Like,
Yep. So
Unless he runs into mountains, then he has to go up too.
so
But you can see the elevation on the map, and that's
Yes.
not true.
the group decides to leave immediately to get there before Ivor, even though that means marching at night.
I really don't understand why they didn't just. Yeah, I chose to go immediately. I
Yeah,
didn't choose
even
to
though
wait.
Axel tried to talk us into
Oh, yeah.
waiting a day.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, no, I chose to go immediately too.
He's a sweet little baby. Like, but they have portals to where they live. Why didn't they just go through the Nether?
Yeah.
I
So
don't get it.
the Wither Storm starts to catch up with them overnight, though. So the team makes a run for it, trying to make it to Soren's, running from the Wither.
And random monsters.
Yeah.
The group actually makes it to Soren's.
Though, mind you, there's a point where I gotta make a choice that I enjoyed, which is when you're talking to Magnus and he's just like, well, he's basically like, what the fuck's going on with that Axel guy? I was just like, he's a jerk.
Yeah, I totally call him out to Magnus.
Once we get to Soren's, Petra has this weird cough going on, which makes me think she probably caught COVID.
Yeah, she should probably get that checked out.
Oh, she gonna die. I also made a COVID joke.
Yeah, I didn't make a COVID joke, but I did know that she coughed. I did know also that when we go into Soren's place, it looks like a Star Wars ship. It actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So then we have to do a platforming level, although we don't have to because we didn't have QTEs.
And my QTs were literally like X square. It was easy shit.
So we had a platform to get across a room.
And you still fell?
Except no actual platforming.
I made it all, so I didn't.
We had a fall.
We fell and ended up going through a river.
Yeah,
what?
We found a pit with a bunch of Endermen.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, and then Lucas jumps down to save us, even though it looked like he fucking fell on his ass on purpose.
Yep. So the Endermen chase us and Lucas and Ruben into a river, which dumps us out near Magnus, who is arguing with Elgard again.
Yeah, that door you get to, it literally just dumps us right fucking there.
Oh my fucking god. See, I made all the quick time events. Ruben almost falls in. I save him. And then we literally... Lucas then saves me and Ruben from falling in.
So in that, without the QTEs, Ruben almost falls, so we go to save him, and then we fall. No, but Ruben doesn't.
Lucas didn't even have to save me. He was literally just waiting at the end. Like, I get back and he goes, "Oh, I just waited for you. Everybody else went ahead."
He jumped down to help us out.
Yep.
Okay, that's actually weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, and it's just fucking filled with all kinds of fucking Endermen down there.
That actually, yeah. You look down after in mine.
Oh,
yeah. So you figure it out.
So
that's actually kind of cool though because they made you purposely fell.
So Magnus and Elgard get in that argument. They decided to go separate ways.
I literally point out my notes. I feel like a fucking babysitter.
Yep.
Yes.
I chose to follow Elgard though.
Same.
Because I don't like Magnus.
And then Petra's like, "Yeah, we'll follow Elgard. The rest of you guys follow Magnus."
Oh yeah. Well, I was afraid that if I chose Magnus, I'd be stuck with Axel.
Yep.
Yeah, and they were like, "Why?" And she's like, "Oh, I gotta talk to Jesse about some personal stuff."
Yep. So the personal stuff she wanted to talk about is she has the wither sickness, which is something I've never heard of ever.
No, it's literally not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even in the game.
No, they just
cool.
It's just something for this game.
And she just tells them not to mention it to the others.
Yeah, so like her arm's turning purple and she's getting sick.
So, and while we're discussing this, a creeper comes out of nowhere and blows up the floor.
And then we fall through. Petra grabs us, or at least in my game, she went to grab us, but then drops us because she grabbed us with her arm that's afflicted with the sickness.
And then the amulet drops out of your stuff.
And then we're on our own.
Yep.
And then I had to walk down. I assume the game did you guys have to walk down the hallway, or did the game just do it for you?
The game just did it for us.
Yeah.
This hallway was so fucking long. I picked up the amulet because you think the amulet's gonna fall through and nothing happens. You literally just pick it up.
Yep.
And then you walk down a hallway. What is this? What is this hallway? Is this Final Fantasy 13? This hallway was so fucking long.
So for
hallway
us,
simulator.
The hallway was like 2 seconds, and then we find ourselves in a giant archive.
Yep.
Similar to Ivor, similar to...
Except actually fucking organized.
Also, it was really... I actually really like the design of this library.
You know, Soren's place has so far been the best design, except for the weird Enderman.
Yeah, but I assume that's something for, like, him. I don't know. I assume we'll find that out. I mean, we won't, but I assume we would if we played.
And obviously we find Ivor here in
I guarantee the Wither shows up and fucks things up. And then we have to go find Gabriel, who's apparently still probably alive, I assume.
Probably.
Obviously we find Ivor here in Soren's Keep. Petra catches up with Jesse and Ivor. And then Petra and Jesse fight Ivor 2v1 in a sword fight. I assume QTEs.
Yeah, I had a bunch of QTEs.
A
ton of QTEs.
He drinks a potion to enhance his speed and gives him the advantage. But even though he's faster, he still can't keep up with a 2v1 doubles team.
Oh yeah, when we start this sword fight, I chose he's not leaving, and then I have a note for that. Because I need someone to die. I need something to happen. Or someone will die, and that someone will be myself. I will fucking kill myself.
He then drinks an invisibility potion, proceeds to fight invisibly, and he finally, after the rest of the team arrives, throws a slowing potion at us to stop us from falling in.
And we all fucking stand there so slow. Whenever he's not reacting.
Before that, he tried to throw a potion, like a sickness potion.
Yeah, directly at you.
And then
I had to catch it and throw it back.
I had a QTE where I had to catch it and
throw it back. And it doesn't do a single fucking thing to him.
I also point out, how did these swords not break?
Mm-hmm.
Golden swords are literally the most, like They break after like I think it's like 30 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Well,
I
anyways.
love how he just went to apparently throw a useless potion at us because it doesn't do anything to him.
No, it's like he seems hurt by it, but not enough to do anything.
Well, anyways, guys, the good news is
It's over because he throws the slowing potion and then
He stops to
escapes.
villain babble and then leaves.
yeah he walks past us because we're literally slowed. We can't do anything.
that's the end of the episode. We're done with Minecraft. It's over. The torture is over.
We literally blabbled about the first episode for 75% of this.
Yeah,
because
because it's like 3 times longer than this episode.
Yes.
Like I don't understand why this episode was so short.
So,
I was happy.
guys, what do you
Me
think
too.
of this?
Okay, you want to go first, Justice, since I went first last time? And I'll let you go. I'll go last.
Yeah, I can do that. So, my thoughts, particularly on just this episode, which I don't normally do, I just do final thoughts overall. My thoughts on this episode are, thank you for making it so much shorter. That's all I have to say. It's the only positive thing I have to say. The rest of this, still, I don't understand how this casting could be as amazing as it is. Everything be so horrible. And, like, the fact that it has, like, some good music and stuff also makes it feel kind of worse. Because I'm just like, you have these actual good things here, and you're just fucking it all up.
They put so many good resources into
Yeah.
such a shitty game.
And it feels like they could have done at least a few better things, even with the fucking story beats they have. But they're just like, no, let's not do that.
Like Josh said earlier, if they would have just made this game about like Petra,
Lucas, and Ruben.
or like even just add Lucas in there because those are the 4 most compelling characters.
Yeah.
Like literally, they could have made the story about those 4 just going to fight the Ender Dragon, and it would have been 10 times better.
Yes.
Look, this game is awful. I hate it. The first episode is way too long, way too slow. The second episode is blissfully short, and I just never want to touch, honestly, after this, a Telltale game ever again. Like, I know there's good Telltale games. I know I haven't played The Wolf Among Us yet, but I don't want to touch Telltale properties as long as this exists.
Just like
I can understand that. I do. Like,
the first episode is honestly about how long typical Telltale episodes are, but because they're so much better,
it doesn't feel that long.
it doesn't feel that long.
Yeah, no.
Like it also feels like you're actually playing a game.
Because you are.
Yeah, in this, even though you guys played it on Netflix, so you didn't have like QTs, you don't really do anything. You make stupid choices that don't fucking matter.
So
Yeah.
does anybody plan on finishing this then?
No, my final thoughts on the game.
But you would get achievements. I know you like
I
achievements.
do, but like
Think about how easy they would be.
if I play it, I would literally play it on stream as satire.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Man, that could be so good. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of, it's about that time. We're about wrapping up the show. Hey,
I just want. Can I just?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Go ahead.
I absolutely love Minecraft. Everything about it. Minecraft Dungeons is actually really cool. Minecraft Earth is really neat. And the actual Minecraft game is playable on every console on PC and on your phone. Minecraft Story Mode feels like a bad fever dream. Despite the star-studded cast, decent graphics, this lacks anything appealing. The voice actors seem completely uninterested.
Yeah, that's because they are. As
The
was
joke-
I.
The jokes aren't funny. Almost all the characters are unlikable and annoying. And to top it all off, the game has to slap every cliche it can into it. It's definitely aimed towards children or young teens, so it tries to call out every joke and the solution to every challenge. You don't ever feel a sense of accomplishment when beating a segment of the game. Overall, this game feels like a generic and cliche story with a Minecraft skin pasted over it. If you're a fan of Telltale or just choice games in general, this game is the weakest one I've played. If you're a fan of Minecraft, this game will just aggravate and disappoint you. Minecraft truly was and continues to be a revolutionary game. It's used in schools and it teaches people. Like teachers literally use it to teach students. But
Yeah.
just do not submit yourself to playing this game.
so is that a no? You're not gonna play this game anymore?
No, I literally do not understand how it has a Metacritic of 6.7.
Wait, what? How the fuck?
This is like the perfect example of a 3. It's playable, but not something that anyone should experience.
No, it's user critic and it's Raider critic. Like its actual critic is both at 6.7.
What the fuck? No, that's impossible.
I'm
It's
gonna
horrible.
go leave a 0-point review.
Okay, hold on. What is its IGN review?
Minecraft story mode. Joseph, do you plan on finishing this? It's on Netflix. It's free.
No, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, neither am I. That
I
sounds
spent
terrible.
$30 for this game, and the only way I beat it is if I
As satire?
as satire on my stream.
Yep.
100%. This game will not be finished unless it's just to fuck around on my stream.
You have that IGN rating? I know you were looking
They
it
have
up.
to rate. They rated all of the episodes, but no, they don't have a review for all of it.
Okay. Well,
But
it was.
6.7 just baffles me.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
leave this
no, I
at
agree.
0 and not feel bad about it at all. Anyways, it's roughly the end of the podcast. Hunter, as our guest, thank you for first explaining how video games work.
You're welcome.
I think this was a poor example if I had to guess.
I'm not sure if they're good.
Incredibly cool. Because at first I suggested the Walking Dead episodes, but I had already just finished the first 2 episodes,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to replay them.
I get you. But that would have been better probably.
A million times better. A million times better. And then I tried to do like, oh, can we play Until Dawn or something? Like a good choice game. But they don't jump by episodes.
I love Until Dawn
Until
so
Dawn,
much.
They're by parts.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Until Dawn's so good though.
So,
And its options matter.
Yes.
oh yeah, Until Dawn actually has choices that matter, kind of.
Like, there are so many endings to that fucking game.
I mean, there's 2 endings to that game.
Well,
3
it
endings.
depends on how many people survive.
Yeah.
It's like Heavy
Okay.
Rain has more endings, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of endings if you want to count every permutation of
Yeah,
the
that's
surviving
true, that's
people.
true. It's still
possible.
much better than
The
this.
Until Dawn endings are,
Everyone.
what's her name survives,
Sam.
what's her name and some number of other people survive,
Mhm.
what's her name and or some other number of people survive, and Josh is rescued. Like, Josh is alive,
Yes.
Yes.
not rescued. He's
He's
still...
the Wendigo.
And you have the option of everyone is dead.
Yep.
Oh, I left. So there's 4 different variations, maybe 5 if you count. Yeah. Anyways,
It's a good game. Play it.
Yeah.
Hunter, do you got anything to plug?
Yeah, I can plug my Instagram and Twitter, which are just my name, Hunter Class, Hunter, and then CLAISE. I use Instagram for personal things. I use Twitter, kind of personal, and kind of plug my stream whenever I go live. My stream and YouTube are both Fallopian Golem. I stream on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer, so I stream whatever. Recently, I've been shiny hunting, playing Persona 4 Golden on Steam, and that's about it. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Fallopian Golem, and I assume Josh will put all this in the show notes.
Yeah.
It's
I'm actually going to correct you on your own promotion for yourself.
What?
Your YouTube is your old Tree Puncher 121
Okay,
so
because of how much you love
So
Minecraft.
That's the link.
The YouTube is at Fallopian
Oh, yeah.
Golem.
Sorry,
You search
sorry.
the channel.
That's
Yes.
your link. I'm sorry.
But
yeah.
the YouTube link is youtube.com/user/tree-puncher121.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
T-
I was 11 at one point.
TREEPUNCHER121. That will
Yeah,
be in the
if you
show
want to type
notes.
that down, I mean, it just shows the guy loves Minecraft and hates
yeah.
this game.
Yep, fuck this game.
And
But-
then his Twitch handle is twitch.tv/Fallopian Golem. That's going to be FALLOPIANGOLEM. Twitch.tv/Fallopian Golem.
And I have a Discord, which if you join the Copilots Discord, you can just go to the Promote Me page and find it there.
I will also link his Discord in the chat.
Because
Speaking of his Discord,
we don't know how to say those links.
yeah, exactly. We have a Discord too. Neither of us know how to pronounce a Discord link.
No.
Those will be in the show notes.
If you subscribe to my Twitch channel, you can use the emotes in like different Discords, I'm pretty sure.
So-
Unless you need Nitro for that. I can't remember.
You don't need Nitro.
Okay.
So you
But
don't.
they're adorable.
you
You
don't-
should do that.
Thank you.
So obviously, Hunter's my friend. Hi, Hunter.
Hey.
But his emotes are adorable, and they're probably worth $5 a month if you use Twitch regularly.
Yes.
Yeah, they're based on Animal Crossing. I only got 3. I have 4 right now. One's the tier 3. And then I have 3 regular ones. More are being commissioned currently. So
Cool.
So we mentioned we have a Discord, and in addition to that, you can also find us at Copilots Review on Twitter
Or at copilotsreview@gmail.com.
and at copilotsreview.simplecast.com.
And copilotsreview.simplecast.com has links to all of that other stuff for us. It doesn't have the direct links for Hunter, but those will be in the show notes for this episode.
Yep.
So,
This has been Copilots, and thank you for flying with us. Please fly with us.